feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank. When it's sink or swim, only option is to win.
Well, thank you for tuning in to the post show of Seattle's.
I think we should
Tank.
call this the post-game show.
The post-game
I just think
show?
it makes it better. Do you like that, Griff?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
Oh, okay.
We'll
We'll have to come up with something.
You catch on quickly. So again, this is the inaugural show of the Seattle Shrimp Tank podcast, and of course, this is our video section. So again, it goes without saying, I want to thank Dan. He brings a great element to the show, and our first guest, Griff, who's got again an amazing story. I really applaud you for what you're doing out there, and we really would like to get some more time with you just here in the last few minutes to ask a few more questions. Dan, I think you had a question you wanted to ask.
Well, in between, as we were getting set up for this, I was telling Griff, he talked during the podcast about the number of books that he reads, and it was one of the things that you said, read more. I love to read myself. I also know that so many small and mid-sized business owners tell me, oh, I'd love to read, but I just don't have the time. And to me, time is not a resource issue. It's a priority issue. Why should reading become a priority for small business owners?
Leaders are readers.
Oh.
That's just the line that I always remember is leaders are readers. And you're going to find problems, and I explain this to everybody, everybody that I kind of counsel get into entrepreneurship, is you're not going to know everything about entrepreneurship as you go through your business. But you're going to run into a problem about taxes. Well, go get the book on taxes. Figure it out. You're going to run into a problem on human resources. Go grab the book on human resources and figure it out. So it's not something that you have to read 1,000 books before you're a qualified business owner. Get to work in your business, and when you run into a problem, find the book about it, read it, implement the strategy, move on.
Okay.
Well, you're doing a phenomenal job of teeing me up for what is going to be the natural segue to this next question, because what I'd really be interested to know from your perspective, Griff, what are the 3 biggest mistakes or challenges that you've faced in your business life?
3 biggest mistakes is really not understanding my profit and loss statement and how that affected my cash flow. So understanding that was number 1. Is we thought we had it made. We thought we understood our overhead and how we were spending things. 2 is have a good financial accounting team that can really relate back to number 1 to give you a good, honest picture of your business.
Right.
Because you're making decisions for your business based on the assets you think you have available. And if you're making decisions on bad information, that will lead to bad business.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Garbage in, garbage out. So 1 and 2 go hand in hand, and then do I go with a third bad, or do you want to give a good?
No, third bad.
Third bad is trying to believe that you can make everybody happy. You cannot make everybody happy in business.
Right.
You do your best to lead people to the appropriate solution, but every now and then, like, you get your feelings hurt or somebody else gets their feelings hurt, and you do your best to mitigate those and lead in a very positive manner. Because at the end of the day, you have to do what's good for your business, what's good for your employees, and I have not been able to figure out how to make everybody happy. I try.
Good.
But I fail.
Well, you mentioned it, so let's throw it out there. What's the best thing that's happened to you as a result of being in business?
I get to spend as much time with my kids as I need to, when I need to. Right? And I think that's why we all do this. So that's why we become entrepreneurs, so that we could lead the life, or as you say, lead the ideal life.
Yeah, live your ideal life.
Live your ideal life. And really, it's a lot of work getting there.
Thanks for the plug.
Yeah. It's a lot of work getting there, but when you finally figure it out, you're going to have that flexibility that you desire, and you're going to be able to meet all of your requirements and goals for your family and support your team and your business.
Excellent.
So that's the best thing I think that's happened as a result of being a business owner.
I've got one last question, but Dan, I wanted to throw it off to you.
What role do you think a strong self-confidence plays for business owners? And the reason I ask the question is I sometimes think some small business owners have that imposter syndrome in there, that they don't know if they're really that good. How important is self-confidence?
Oh, man, I think it was either Socrates or Plato said it, but the bravest thing is to be the person you're pretending to be.
Yeah.
And you have to have that self-confidence, and you have to believe it.
Yeah.
You know, what one man can do, another can do. Somebody else has been a successful business owner, so
Yep.
can you.
Yeah. Well, I think it helps with resilience. In order to be resilient, you have to have that self-confidence.
Yep. You're going to make it eventually.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
So the last question I want to leave our audience with, because I think it's so incredibly important, and it may seem insane to ask this question as young as Combat Flip-Flops is, but what's your succession plan?
You're saying like succession plan, like stepping out, or no? I want to drive this company to be the most dominant philanthropic fashion lifestyle brand on the planet.
There we go.
Period.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll take that. So with that, we're going to wrap up our, again, very first edition of Seattle Shrimp Tank Podcast. This is our video portion and our post-game wrap-up. Is that what we're
We're
going to
going
call
to
it,
work,
Dan?
well, at least for right now, we're going to work on
For now,
that. But I like
that's
the
what we're calling it
post-game.
today.
Yeah.
The post-game.
So call
So,
it your pool party. You know, after the tank.
Ah!
The pool party.
hey, there we go. Look
Yeah.
at that.
It's the pool party.
The pool party.
I
Pool
like
party.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Excellent. Thank you
Done.
very much. See, this is the advantage of going first.
You
right?
might get a parting gift for that now.
Yeah. Well, good. So we hope you enjoyed this edition of the Shrimp Tank Podcast. We do want to make sure that we give our guests one last opportunity to tell us how to get in touch with you and some of the important details.
Everything social is at Combat Flip-Flops. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud. Comment on our blog, combatflipflops.com/blog. If you want to get a hold of us, it's info@combatflipflops. And if you have any immediate inquiries, it's kate@revolutionhousemedia.com. And again, Friday, 1 p.m., Facebook Live, huge announcement. Thank you.
Excellent. And don't forget to visit Seattle.shrimptankpodcast for upcoming episodes, or if you missed portions of this or you want to replay it, download it, or distribute it to your friends, that's the place to be. It also has our dates that will be on there, so we'll be back with you in 2 weeks. And until then, we'll be signing off.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank.